This is one of those videos that I get in trouble every single time that I film it. This video is gonna go over, is Macon, Georgia safe? And we're actually gonna go over the crime. The reason I get in trouble is because I'm a real estate agent. And within the Fair Housing Act, I'm not allowed to steer people away due to bad neighborhoods. Well, in this video, I'm not advising you to purchase a home. I'm showing you what the data says about the neighborhoods because a lot of it is horrible. And I always have other real estate agents watch these videos and then they'll personally reach out to me and say, oh, you're not allowed to do that. And then you look up the National Association Realtors and you actually look at the code of ethics and you look at all the laws, and I'm not breaking any of them, so you're welcome. Can you tell I'm a little salty? Yes, but today I'm actually gonna go over the real data. We're gonna go over the FBI crime statistics and we're gonna show you that Macon as a whole does have bad crime. However, it's mostly in pockets. And a lot of you might see online that Macon, Georgia has the worst crime rates for the entire state of Georgia. Well, that actually got put out by a law attorney office. They began running these ads back in 2018 all the way through 2022 with the 2018 data. And when you look up on the internet, a lot of AI platforms and the internet itself is still drawing from those law office advertisements that were getting pushed. And we don't actually see like today's crime rates. It's actually lowered quite a bit. Let's talk about it. And crime has been trending down. Now let's just look at the data. In 2022, there was 70 homicides in Macon. Last year, down to 29. Now, if we look at early 2026, there was a little bit of an uptick, but if we look at the overall, the last 5 years, it's been going down over and over and over. And I just choose homicides because that's probably the worst level of crime that you can go to. And I always like to go for the worst because I'm gonna be transparent with you. If you're gonna move your family somewhere, you wanna make sure they're gonna be safe. So we wanna make sure that we look at the real info. So if you are moving your family, really the statistic that you should be looking at is what's called violent crime. And over in Macon, it's 10.74 per 1,000. So what will you actually deal with day to day? In the safer areas, it's mostly property crime. I'm talking car break-ins, package theft, but the violent crime, it is real here. About 3 times the state rate, but it's concentrated. And most of it is between who already know each other. It's not random. And those scary red crime maps, they actually lie a little bit. Let's say that somebody steals somebody's shopping cart over at the Target on Riverside. It adds to that crime rate for the entirety of the city of Macon. And if you look at the city of Macon and look at Bibb County, which is the county that Macon's in, it's the entirety of the county. So no matter where these crimes are happening in this huge area of 157,000 people, if one crime happens over on the northeast side of Macon, it still counts as crime on the South Corridor. So that's why we have to look in pockets. So let's talk about the safer areas of Macon, north and northwest, okay? We're talking right off of Zebulon and Riverside, and there's also some other pockets as well. And on the screen, I'm actually just gonna pull up and show you where these different pockets are. And I want you to actually take a second, and if you need to, pause the video. Because a lot of people, what they do is they go on Zillow or Realtor.com or a real estate website, and they fall in love with a house. And that house has pictures and then usually some AI-generated information about the house. You know, back in the day, agents used to type out these beautiful listing, descriptions based off of what the seller said. Now, just copy and paste AI stuff just to make the house sound great. Here's the thing. Take a second. When you're moving to a new area, don't just think about the house, think about the location of the house. What part of the city is it located in? Where are the amenities? Where are the school systems? Where is the pockets of crime at? And move based off of the location that you truly desire that works best for you and your family. That's the point. You wanna pick location before you ever pick house. And if it takes a little bit of time, wait until the right house in the right location pops up for you. Because there's a lot that goes into a house. I promise you, if you just spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on a home that you fall in love with, and I'm not trying to be rude or anything, I'm just being transparent, okay? I want you to make money when you purchase a home. I don't want you to just have a house and then all of a sudden you have to move in 5 years and you upside down. When you buy a house, location is the #1 most important thing based off of that. It's gonna affect your appreciation, it's gonna affect your resale value. And if you're not able to get money back out of your house, but you put money into it, you're essentially renting a really, really, really expensive place to live that you never get any money back out of. So you could pick a beautiful home if it's in a neighborhood that doesn't have appreciation, or the next family when they move there, if it has higher crime rates, if it's not scheduled for the right school systems. And by me saying, quote, the right school systems, we have to take a step back and think about the person that's going to purchase it. Today's day and age, a lot of families are desperate to move to a good school system. Why? The internet continues to scream over and over that the school systems are falling apart. And it's terrifying young families. And they want to make sure that they put their children inside of a school system that's going to teach them things and not what all the other stuff's going on the news, okay? Just being transparent. It will affect the resale value of your home. And you might be empty nesters. You might not worry about having to move to a good school system, but another family that's looking, if they do have children, they might not even look at that house, which again, less people coming to see your house, the lower the offers most likely are going to be. If you only get one showing in 14 days, guess what? You don't have a lot of options. But if you get 10 showings all within the first 2 days, and you do a crazy open house and everybody just loves the house, loves the location, you are gonna make some money. So to finish things off of this topic that we're talking about right here in the video, the safer areas, again, throwing the map up on the screen and in the description below, take the time needed to truly find the location that you're looking for, and then a house in that location. Now, if we talk about the safe areas of Macon, we're also gonna have to talk about the unsafe parts of Macon. And now we're gonna look at the actual data, okay? The Southwest Corridor, right in downtown Macon in most locations, around the hospital, in different segments. Again, you have the map right here to be able to show you where those areas are. You wanna be careful when it comes down to it. You know, I used to be in the Army, I had special operations, and I was a police officer before I became a realtor, and I'll be honest with you. You know, being a police officer, you only see the bad stuff. Nobody calls the police because good things are happening. It's because they're usually having the worst moment of their life. And when it comes down to these types of area, the most of it is crime on crime. But again, you just want to make sure that you're careful. You know, cool thing is down in Warner Robins and then some other places in Macon, a lot of police departments actually put on free shooting classes. All you have to do is pay like $50 and bring some 9mm ammo. It's really cool. There's a lot of different local courses here in the area. One I do want to shout out to, he's actually a police detective over at Perry, and they just opened up a brand new firearm store, but they also have some really cool shooting classes, and they also have shooting classes for women. It's called Connor Gun Supply. It's actually right off of Houston Lake Road. Go in there sometime. Connor's wife is amazing. I'm blanking on her name. I got to meet her not too long ago, but they just have a cool store. They have a lot of raffles, a lot of giveaways. Go learn how to shoot a firearm. It's a lot of fun. You have a Second Amendment right to do so. And here in the state of Georgia, we have what's called the constitutional carry. So if you're not a felon and you haven't committed domestic violence and you're at least 21 years of age, you are allowed to conceal carry a pistol. It's not a bad idea. When it comes down to it too, learn some medical classes. And I'm not saying these things to scare you. I'm just saying that no matter where you are, crime can happen. They're called criminals. They don't follow the law. So it doesn't matter if you're in the safest city in the entire world or the most dangerous city in the entire world, you should be able to protect and defend yourself and those around you, okay? But there are a lot of cool stuff when it comes down to it. But again, that's why I put this map up in this video, and in the description, you can make sure that you do your due diligence. And I don't think you'd be satisfied watching this video without me going over how to buy safe in Macon. So this is what we're going to do. This is how you buy safe. First and foremost, number one, check the map that I have below. Number two, when you do find a property, drive the street both during the day and the night. And me personally, I get a little weird. I'm gonna drive it on a Friday night. I'm gonna drive it on a Saturday night. I'm gonna drive it at 7 a.m. on a Tuesday when school's in session to see if it's backed up traffic with school buses and all that kind of stuff. I wanna actually get a feel for it. And understand this, block by block can change. You really wanna be able to go around that local area. And number three of what you're supposed to do to check to see if that place is safe, shoot me a text message, 478-888-7808. I will pull the data for you and I will send it on over your way. And that's the entire point of this video. When you move over here to Macon and relocate, there's a lot of stuff that's going on. And I know that crime is one of those top priorities for families. So that's why I made a relocation guide. It's in the description, completely free to you, that goes over how to actually relocate here to the Middle Georgia area. There's so many different things that you have to check off. Moving is so entirely stressful, and I made that guide just for you so that you don't have to worry about that stress. And if you have any questions based off that guide, just shoot me a phone call, 478-888-7808. I'm a real person. I will actually take your call and I'll help you with anything that you need when it comes down to real estate. Thanks for watching this video, and YouTube thinks that you would like this one right here.